23. First question is minus 3 squared plus minus 2 squared is equal to, so minus 2 squared is 9, that's 3 by 3 is 9, well minus and minus is a plus, so that's minus 3 by minus 3 is 9, plus minus 2 by minus 2 is 4, so 9 plus 4 is equal to 13, so the answer is C, 4, 1, right? Let's look at number 2. Number 2 sort of what percentage of 40, so something multiplied by 40 is equal to 8. Alright, now there are two ways that you can do this. You can use the answers that you have here and multiply by 40 to see if you get 8, or you can make the box the subject, whichever one you want. I'll use the answers. So 5 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 1, 1, 20, 2, so 5% is wrong. 20 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 1, 1, 5, 5 into 48. The answer is, for 2, it is 20%, which is B. Alright, let's look at 3. When 0.45 is written as a common fraction in its simplest form, the result is 0.45 means 45 over 100. How did I get 100? The decimal point is 1 and there are 2 digits after your decimal point, so that is how many zeros you'll have. You say 5 into 45, 9, 5 into 100, 20, so the answer is 9 over 20, which is A. So for number 3, the answer is A. Do you understand so far? Am I going too fast, Miles? Alright. Let's zoom in because I want to show the question a little bit better, right? Right. Number 4. If 235 multiplied by 48.7 is equals to 11,444.5, right? That means 235 multiplied by 487 is 11,4445. Remember, if we remember, and this is just to recall, when multiplying decimals, right? When multiplying decimals, you count the number of digits after a decimal point and you shift your decimal point. So there was 1 digit after a decimal point, and how many digits it have after a decimal point here? 1. So if we remove that decimal point, there would be a decimal point would now become at the end. There would be no digit after a decimal point. Now the question is 2.35 multiplied by 4.87. How many digits are there after a decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna be shifting this 1, 1, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 11.4. You're looking for that. The answer is E. Number 4. Right. Number 5. A test was marked out of 80. A boy scored 60% of the mark on the test. How many marks did he score? They already told you it's 60%, which is 60 over 100 multiplied by the marks. The marks is 80, so that is 60 over 100 multiplied by 80 over 1. You cross out the zeros, 6 8s are 48. So you know that he got 48 marks, which is 5 would be B. All right, let's do number 6. Dan sold 40 tickets in 5 days. Each ticket he sold for 3 more than the previous day. What is the ratio of the number of tickets sold on day 3 to the number of tickets sold on day 5? So first off, we have to put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's the days. Now we don't know how much he sold on the first day, so we'll just put X. right? All we know is the next day is 3 tickets more. So day 2 would be x plus 3, right? Day 3 would be x plus, well, 3 plus 3 is 6, so it's x plus 6. X plus 6 plus 3 is 9. And then this would be x plus 9 plus 3 is 12. So these are your algebraic terms for all the days, right? And they told you he sold how many tickets? 40 tickets. So if you were to add up all of this, you're supposed to get 40, right? So that's x plus x plus 3 plus x plus 6 plus x plus 9 plus x plus 12. Now please remember that you cannot use a calculator, so you have to be able to do this. You can ask them for scrap paper. As x, cross it out, plus x, cross it out, plus x, cross that out, plus x, cross that out, plus x, right? All you know is 5 days, so it will have 5 x's, right? And that's 5x, and then let's go 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 plus 12 is 30, right? So it's 5x plus 30 is equals to 40 tickets. So that's 5x plus 30 is equals to 40 tickets. So 5x, we make an x a subject, you carry across 30, that's 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. And you can already see, although you can work it out, you can already see that x is equals to 2. So they said we have to compare the ratio for day 3 to day 5. So this is 2 plus 6, so 6, 7, 8, that's 8 on day 3. And day 5 is 2 plus 12, which is equal to 14. So the ratio of day 3 to day 5 would be 8 to 14. That's day 3 to day 5. 2 could go into 8 4 times, and 2 could go into 14 7 times. So the answer for this would be B. That is how you do this question. Recorded. Number 7, which of the following sets is defined as E is an element of Z, which is integers, such that when you're reading this, so instead of reading it, especially for multiple choice, just know that this tells you the range. It begins from the ranges between -2 to 4. And we also say it's equal, so that means it includes -2 and it includes 4. So when you're looking at your options, you're looking for something that has -2. Only D has -2, so you know for a fact, through a process of elimination, the answer for number 7 is D. Number 8, the positive integers that is divisible by 6 is an example of finite, empty, infinite, improper set. Now, positive integers that is divisible by 6. Are there numbers that are divisible by 6? There are. So for number 8, the answer would be a finite set. Reason being is when they say positive integers that are divisible by 6, that means numbers that has the factors of 6, which is 1, 6, 2, 3. Because we could list them and count them, it cannot be an infinite set or an empty set. So the most logical answer is A. Right, number 9, if your universal set is 25, the number for A is 14, the number for B is 15, and the union is 23. Find the intersection of A and B. Right, the formula for this, and it's just something that you need to remember, is the number of elements for the union of A union B, right, is equal to the number of elements in the first set, which is A, plus the number of elements in your second set, which is B, right? Supposed to have an arrow there. And you're going to subtract the intersection. That is minus the number of elements for A intersect B. Right, so the union, they already told you, is 23. So 23 is equal to the number of elements. So A is 14. The number of elements for B is 15 minus some value. We don't know what is the some value, so you're going to say 23 is equals to 14 plus 15 is 29. 29 minus what would give you 23? 29 minus 6. So the answer for number 9 is C, 6. Right, 9 is C. Right, let's look at this one. Let's just make it a little bit smaller so we can see the entire thing. Item 10 and 11 refers to the following Venn diagram that shows a universal set U and a set T and C that represents the students in the class who play tennis and chess. How many students play both games? Paul and Rima, because Alex is only tennis, Tom is only tennis, Ali is only tennis, Kayla is only tennis, but everyone who plays cricket also plays tennis. So they play, no, sorry, everyone who plays chess also plays tennis. So we know that Paul would be in the two circles. So Paul is in cricket as well as tennis, and Rima is in cricket. Saying cricket is chess and tennis. So we know that the number of students that play both would be 2, which is number 10 is A. Right? How many play exactly one game? Alex, Tom, Ali, and Kayla. Right? Doris, Charles, and Doug did not play any games. It didn't tell you, so it would be 4. How many students played exactly one game? 4, which is C. All right, let's look at 12. The 30 students in it, you need to see the entire thing. Right. The 30 students in Teachers Me class has either dogs or cats or none of the two. Or none of the two. 16 students has dogs, 12 students have cats, and the remainder have neither dogs nor cats. Which of the following Venn diagram represents this correctly? So let's see. They said that you either have a dog or a cat or none of the two. So and the person 12 have dogs, so you're looking for the circle that have 12. If we look at this, 16 is dogs. So because of that statement of where they said that May's class either has a dog or a cat or none of the two, so there are no students or no persons that have 2 of them. So there's no intersection. So because there's no intersection, the answer for number 12 is D. You just look for one that does not have any intersection. All right, so for number 12, again, the answer is D. This one, 13. At a bank, EC $2.60 is equivalent to 1 US. For each US dollar exchange, EC 10 cents is deducted as an exchange fee. How much EC dollars will Leon receive if he exchange 1,000? So if you exchange 1,000, right, without any deductions, we know that 1,000 US would be 2.6 multiplied by 1,000, which is 2600. Right, so it's not D because we want deductions, right? We have 10 cents of EC deducted. So the amount being deducted would be 1,000 multiplied by 0.10, which is equal to 1, 2, 3. That's $100. So therefore, the answer for this would be 2,600 minus 100, which is 2,500. Or you could have done this and said that with deductions, right, the exchange rate would be 2.6 minus 0.10. So it'll be 2.50, right? So for every dollar, this is after deduction, right? For every dollar is $2.50. So $1,000 would be $2.50 multiplied by 1,000, which is 2,500 EC. And that's how you would do this question. And 2,500 is C. Number 13 is C. All right, let's look at number 14. A dress which costs 1,800 is being sold at discount for 10%. The amount is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is, so they're asking you the discounted price, not the discounted price, they're asking you how much is the discount. That's 1,800 over 1 multiplied by 10 over 100, cross out the zero. You see the answer is 180, which again is number 14 would be C. So how I'm doing this question is how you should be doing it, right? You shouldn't be taking too long. Right, number 15, if 7,000 is borrowed at a rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, interest would be, we know simple interest is equals to principal by rate by time all over 100, which is 7,000 multiplied by rate, which is 5 multiplied by 3 all over 100. Cross out this, cross out this. 7 3s are 21, so that's 210 multiplied by 5. That would be 1050, right, which is D. So number 15 is D. And even, you don't even need to multiply it out. You just say 5, you look at the multiplication, and from multiplication, you can see, well, it ends in 0, so it cannot be A. It's either B and C. You see 1 by 5 is 5. So, okay, it can't be B and C because there's no 5, so the answer is logically D. All right, instead of doing the entire thing, you could start it off, and you could just, by thinking ahead, you can guess the answer, right? An article bought for 125 was sold for 100. The loss as a percentage was, so first off, the loss is equals to 25. I don't need to show you that. It's just 125 multiplied by minus 100 is 25. So it'll be 25 over 125 multiplied by 100 over 1, 25 into 25, 4, 25 into 1, 25, 4, 5, 5 into 5, 1, 5 into 100, 24 twos are 8, so okay, so what I did down, I said 25 into 25, 4. I don't know where I got that for. 25 into 25 is 1. Then 25 into 125 is 5. 5 by 20 is 5 into 100 is 20. So 1 by 20 is 20%. The answer for this would be A. Right? Logically speaking, if I made a mistake there, D would be like, wait, nah, you only lost $25. That could never be a whole 80%, right? So when you think about, don't just think about how you work it out, think about the answers logically as well. So 16 is A. Number 17. The cash price of a television set is $350. When bought and hire purchase, a deposit of $35 is required, following by 12 monthly installments of $30 each. How much is saved by paying cash? So basically, they tell you the mark price of the television set is $350, right? The higher purchase price is your down payment, which is $35, plus your amount payable. The amount payable is just how much you paid for the 12 months. That's 30 multiplied by 12. So that's 35 plus 360 right? Because 30 by 12, 3 by 12 is 36, and then you add the 0. That is 59. So that's 395. So the difference between 350 and 395, I am saying, is 45. So the answer for 17 is D, right? Again, think ahead when answering these questions, right? It could definitely, the difference between 35 and 395 is not 10. It's not 25 either, not 40. It has to be 45, right? If the simple interest on $900 at 4% per annum for T years is 108, what is the value of T? Meaning they are asking for time, right? So time is equal to simple interest multiplied by 100 over principal by rate, right? Which is equal to, your simple interest is 108 multiplied by 100 all over principal is 900 multiplied by 4, right? Time is 10800 all over 9 4s are 36 00, cross out a 0 to the 0. 36 could go into 108 3 times. 6 3s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 1 is 10. 6 and 36, 136 into 108 is 3. So you know that the answer is B, which is 3 years, right? 19. At the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what is worth at the beginning of the year. If a car is worth 19,000 in December 2021, then it is, what is the value in January 2021? So again, they said at the end of any year, the car is worth 5% less. So this is 5% less. So basically, we want something more than that, right? Which is all of them. All right, so you find out, you say 100% is not 100%, 95% is equals to 190,000. 1 would be 190,000 over 95. You want to find for 100, which is 190,000 over 95, multiplied by 100 over 1. 5 go into 120, 5 go into 95, 19 times, 99 19 is 1, 19 into this is 1,000, right? So that's 20 by 1,000 is 1,000. So the answer for this is 20,000, right? How did I get 95%? They said that this is at the end of the year and it is 5% less. Less than what? The original. What is the original percentage? 100. So that's 100 minus 5 is 95. So you say 95 is this. 1 is 19,000 divided by 95, and then 100% is this. Or you could have simply found out 5% of each value here and then subtract to get and see which one is 19,000. Right, so the answer is B for number 19. Right, let's look at number 20. A man's regular pay is $8 per hour, up to 40 hours. Overtime is twice the payment of the regular time, so twice the payment is 8 by 2 is 60. If he is paid 480, how many hours of overtime did he make? So let's see how much. So that's 8 multiplied by 40 is equals to 320. And then that is how much he would be normally paid without overtime. With overtime is 480. So overtime would be 480 divided minus 320, 0.660. So we know $16 is how much so 16 multiplied by some number of hours is 160. You could see that the answer is 10, right? The answer for number 20 is A. Right, again for this question, we found out how much his regular pay is. We found out his overtime by subtracting the two. We know that it is, if the overtime is twice the payment of regular time, that means it is $16 per hour. So that means 16 multiplied by some number of hours is 160. And you can just make the boxes subject or clearly just see it before you even work it out. Right, let's write this down 7 times. Number 21, 7 times the product of two numbers A and B. So 7 times the product means to multiply by A multiplied by B. Can be written as that 7AB. So the answer is A. Right, for number 21, the answer is A. Number 22, when you see something like this, you know that your denominators are different. So it will be 1 over 23 plus 1 to, why am I saying 23? 2x plus 3 over 1 over 3x. The LCM is, first off, you have to find LCM, right? The LCM, one number could go into 2 and 3 at the same time. That's 6, and one x go into x, so it's 6x. We're looking for one that has the denominator to be 6x. The answer is B. That's the only one with 6x. It's not 6x squared. It's 6x, right? So the answer is B. 22. Answer is, again, number 23. What is... So they tell you x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 2. What is the value of x squared plus 3y all over xy if x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 2? That is 4 squared plus 3 by 2 all 4 by 2. That's 16 plus 6. 3 twos are 6 all over 4 twos are 8. So that is 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 over 8. 8 could go into 22. 8 threes are 24. So it would be 2, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 2 and 6 over 8. 6 over 8 can be reduced. 2 could go into 6 3 times. 2 could go into 8 4 times. So it's 2 3/4. So the answer is D. Right, let's look at 24. If 5 times 2x minus 1 is 35, then x is, you can just put any all these numbers inside there to see, right? But I'll just work it out. 5 by 2x minus 1 is equals to 35. That's 10x minus 5 is equals to 35. How did I do that? That's 5 by 2x, that's 10x, and 5 by minus 1 is minus 5. Carry this across, that's 10x is equals to 35. The opposite of minus 5 is plus 5 plus 5. So 10x is equals to 40. Before I even carry across, 10 by what would give you 40? 10 by 4, so you know the answer is 4. So the answer for number 24 is, again, B. Number 25. John has X marbles and Max has twice as many as John. So John equals to X. Max is equals to 2x because they say twice as many, that's 2x. Max gave John 5 of his marbles. How many marbles does John have now? Okay, he just gains 5 more, so it will be x plus 5. So the answer is x plus 5, which is B. Right, nothing too complicated. Given that 3 asterisk 6 is equals to 12, then 2 asterisk 5 is equals to 9, then A asterisk B is equal to, I will not even try to solve without using those two things. What I would do is just put my values. That means A is equals to 3, B is equals to 6, and in this one A is equals to 2, B is equals to 5, and you have to get an answer of 12. Let's see. 4 multiplied by 6 minus 3 is indeed 4 by 3 is equals to 12. Let's see if it works for the second one. That's 4 by 5 minus 2. That's 4 by 3 is equal to 12. We want 9. So you know A is out of the question, right? You know that's 3 squared minus 6. That's 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is not 12. So you know that B is out of the question, right? C would be 6 times A, which is 3, minus 6. 6 3s are 18. 18 minus 6 is equals to 12. Let's see if it works for B. The next one, that's 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 5 is not equal to that. So through a process of elimination, if it's not A, it's not B, and it's not C, the answer will clearly be D. If you worked out for all of them, except the last one, then the pure process of elimination, the answer is B. All right, number 27 is a matrices question. They told you what is the order. Order is always number of rows multiplied by columns. Rows are the horizontal and columns are your vertical. So how many horizontals do I have? 1, 2, 3. That's 3. And how many verticals do I have? 4. So it's a 3 by 4 matrix, which is C. Answer would be for number 27. It's C. All right. Let's look for this one. Item 28 refers to the following matrix. They ask you what is the determinant of P, right? Determinant, if we know anything about determinant, that's AD minus BC. So that's 8, 6, 7, 5. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So it's which is 8 5s are 40 minus 6 7s are 42. Yeah. So it'll be minus 2. So number 28 is B. B. Right, let's look at number 29. Item 29 refers to the following vectors, P and Q. Right, P minus Q, so we know P is 3, 7. Q is minus 2, 5. So that's 3 minus 2 and 7 minus 5. 3 minus 2 is 5. And hold on. 3 minus 2 is 3. A minus and minus a plus. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So it's 5, 2, which the answer is C. Alright, number 30, item 30 refers to the following Venn diagram. OLMN, that's this, in which R is the midpoint, right, of OM. Hold on. R. Okay, this is the OL, okay? And it's supposed to say in which R is the midpoint of OL and T is the midpoint of OM. Alright, RM expressed in terms of A and B. RM, so you're going from R to M, so it's RO and then OM. So that is RO, because its OR is positive, is A, and going in the opposite direction. So this is, let's just put this out. This is RO plus OT plus E. We know that OR is equals to A, so RO would be the opposite, which is minus A. This is minus A. OT is equals to B, so that's plus B. We know that the midpoint of OM, so therefore OT is equals to TM. So TM is also B. This is plus B. So that will be minus A plus 2B, or 2B plus minus, or 2B minus A. So the answer is B for this question, right? For number 30, it is B. B. Number 31. And it said, given that 1 millimeter is equals to 1 over 1,000 meters, how much is 2,500 milliliters? So that means you just multiply this by this, cross out the, so it'll be 2.5, right? If you do that in your head, you just have to divide by 1,000. You shift your decimal point 3 places to the left. So that is 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point is now between 2 and 5. So again, the answer for number 31 is B. All right, let's look at 32. The volume of a cube whose edge is 10 centimeters is, we know volume is equal side times side, and they told you the edge is 10, so that's 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000, which is, so the answer for 32 is B. 33. At a party, a number of guests were served 15 liters of champagne. Each guest had 2 glasses of champagne and each glass had 150 meters. Assuming no spillage, how many guests were at the party? So that means one person, how many mils? That's 2 multiplied by 150 because they had 2 glasses and each glass is 150. So that's 300. So if 300 ml is equals to 1, then 1 ml is equals to 300. You cannot find for 15 liters. You need to change that liters to milliliters, which is multiplied by 1,000. That's 15. So 333 again. At a party, a number of guests were served 15 liters of champagne. Each guest had 2 glasses of champagne. Glass had 150 mils. Assuming no spillage, how many guests were at the party? First off, you see liters and milliliters, so it's either you change 1 to liters, both to liters, or both to milliliters. I will change to milliliters just so that it will help. So we know that 15 liters is 15,000 milliliters. We know one person is 300 mils. How did I get 300 milliliters? They said that one glass is 150 and each glass is 2 glasses. So that's 2 by 150 is 300. So if 300 ml is one person, then 1 ml is 1 over 300. 15,000 would be 1 over 300 multiplied by 15,000, which is 50. That is 50 persons were at the party. This question here, item 34, refers to the following diagram of a trapezium PQRS. If the area of a trapezium PQRS is 65, then the height is, first off, right? If you don't know what is area for trapezium, it is on your formula sheet. This is the formula sheet that you do get on your thing. You see, area for trapezium is a half A plus B by 8, where A and B are the parallel sides. Let's see if they gave us that. Yes, they gave us the parallel sides, which is 8 and 18. So it is a half. 8 plus 18 by your height is all equal to 65. So that is 8 plus 18 is 26. So that's a half by 26 by 8 is equals to 65. So a half by 26 is equal to 13. 13 by 8 equals to 65, right? If we carry across 13 over the equal sign, and h is equals to 5. Right, so the answer for this is D. So number 34, again, the answer is D. Right, let's look at number 55. The perimeter of a square is 56. What is the area? We know perimeter is 4 times side, which is equals to 56. So side is equals to 56 divided by 4. That is equals to 14. And the area, that's 14. It's 14. It's not 28. It's not 78. It's not 169. It's 196. So the answer is D, 196. Right. The distance along the edge of a circle upon is 88. That means the circumference, right? The radius in meters is we know that circumference is equals to pi r, 2 pi r. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying pi r squared. It's pi 2 radius by pi, right? So they said that is 88. That is 2 radius by pi. We're going to carry across the 2. That's divided by 2. That's 44. Oh, no. We want to make r the subject. Let's not carry across 2. Right, so if you carry across everything else except r, that would be 88 over 2 pi is equals to r. If you look at that, you're looking for 88 over 2 pi, which is c. So your answer for number 36 is c. Number 37, item 37 refers to the following diagram, which shows a compound shape that consists of the height 4 resting on a square. If the area of the triangle is 14, so the triangle is equals to area is 14. What is the area of the compound shape? Right, so if we know anything, area of a triangle is base by height over 2. They told you that's 14, so that's 4 multiplied by height by base over 2 is equals to 14. Carry across the 2, that's 4 multiplied by base is equal to 14 multiplied by 28. So 4 multiplied by base is equal to 8. What multiplied by 4 will give you 28? So that's 7. So base is equals to 7. That means this here is 7. It is a square, so all sides are 7. So area of your square is 7. Side times side, which is 7 times 7, which is equals to 49. 49 plus the area of your triangle is 14. 9 and 14 is 9 and 4 is 13, right? 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, so the answer is 63. So the answer is, for number 67, is B. All right, let's look at 68. On leaving Trinidad, the time when the pilot watches 23 hours. Alright, so when he arrives at his destination in the same time so the next day, his watch is 3 hours or 300. If the average speed of the aircraft of the entire journey is 625 kilometers per hour, then the distance of the aircraft is. Alright, so you know that speed is equal to distance over time. Right, let's find out the time. If it is 23 hours, that is 11 o'clock in the night, so 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. You can count that in your hand. 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's 4 hours. So your speed is 625 is equals to distance over 4. Carry across, the distance would be 625 multiplied by 4. 5 fours are 20. 4 twos are 8, 9, 10. 6 fours are 24 plus 1 is 25. So the answer is 25 kilometers. So distance is 25 kilometers, which is A. Miss Clark arranged the test scored on her test in order of size and selected an 8 score for reporting purposes. Which of the following statistical measures did Miss Clark obtain? It is not mode. Mode means most popular. It's not range, right? It's not mean. Mean would be that you would divide by 15, right? So if the test score is 15, selected the 8 score, that means it's in the middle, so the answer is D, median. All right, let's do number 40 now. Excuse the diagram. Item 40 and 41 refers to the following diagrams that shows the cumulative frequency curve based on the mark of 200 students who took a driving test. How many students score at most 45? So you're looking for 45. That's here. You go up, you're going across. That is a little bit more than 160. So it's either, it cannot be 34. So All right, it can be 34, it cannot be 40. So it's either 166 or 170. We know that, right, this is 20, so 60, so 170 would be somewhere in the middle here. It's not in the middle there, so it's right above 160, so we could assume that it's the number that is closest to 160 is 166. So the answer here for number 40 is C. Or you could have done the working out way. It's just that if you work it out, it might take a little bit of time. So you know you have to look at it. The median mark scored by the 200 students is right. So median means middle. So you're going to go in the middle of 200, which is 100. So this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's go across. There you go down. That sample is closest to 40. A little less than 40. So let me just check that back. It's going across and you're going down. So you want something a little less than 40, but more than 30, right? I would not say in the middle here because that's how close is it to 40? Hold on. It's somewhere here. This is 35, 36, 37. You could say it's 37. 37. It would not be 48. It would not be 30. It would obviously would not be 100. So the answer is B. Right, for number 41, the answer is B. Number 42, in the box there are 8 red, 7 blue, and 6 green marbles. One marble is picked up randomly. What is the probability that this is neither blue nor green? Probability is equal to desired over total, right? So P is equals, what is it that you desire? Neither blue nor green. So that is, if it's neither blue nor green, that's red that they're looking at, right? So it'll be 8 over your total, which is 8 plus 7 plus 6. That is 7 and 6 is 7 and 6. 11. 11 and 8 is 7 and 6 is 13. 13 and 8 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it'll be 8 over 21. So probability 8 over 21, which is A. Alright, so these are a few things that you need to remember, that formula of probability being one of them. Right, 43. Item 43 refers to the following pie chart, which shows the popular game played by 720 students. How many played cricket? Cricket is, we do not know how much degrees it is. Right, so because tennis is in degrees, I'll just convert everything to degrees. Right, football 25%. How did I know it as 25%? 25% because it is that little box there means it's a quarter. A quarter is 25, which is also equal to 90 degrees. Right? So we know that 25% is 90 degrees, then 1% would be 90 over 25, and we want 30%, which is equals to 90 over 25 multiplied by 30 over 1. That's 5 here, 6 here, 1, 5, 48. That's 6 8s are 48. 1 6 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 108. So football is equals to 90 degrees. Basketball is equals to 108. Tennis is equals to 36. Right? So what you could do is simply add all of these and subtract it from 360. Why 360? Because a circle is 360. So it would be 90 plus 108 is equals to 198. 198 plus 36 is equals to 6 and 8 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? 9 and 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12 plus the 1 outside is 13. 1 and 1 outside is 1, and the 1 outside is 2. So it's 360 minus 234, right? And that's 5, 10, 6. 5 minus 3 is 2. That's 126. Is 126 over 360, because we're talking about degrees here, multiplied by how many students we have? 720. Right? Cross out a 0, cross out a 0. 36 and 36, 1, 36 and 72, 2. 126 multiplied by 2 is equal 6 2s are 12. As soon as you see it answering 2, the answer is C. Right? That was a little bit of working, but yeah. That's also a repetitive question, so take note of it, please. Item 44 refers to the following two-way table, which shows the ways in which 200 students in a particular group are transported to the school on a particular day. Right? A student is picked at random from the group. What is the probability that the student is male who travels to school on taxi on a day? First off, probability, again, desired over total. But it will not be the total number of students. It has to be the total number of meals. So it would be 108. And what is the desired? That travels to school by taxi. That's 50. That's 50 over 108. You can say that 2 into 50 is 25. 2 into 108 is 54. You get 25 over 54. So the answer is B for 44. Right, let's look at number 45. The point where the linear function crosses the vertical axis is the vertical axis. Right? Vertical, this is horizontal, so vertical, that's the y-axis. So they want to know the line that crosses the y-axis is known as the what? Would that be the x-intercept? No. Would it always be positive? No, because it could go underneath here as well. It will be the y-intercept. Where it crosses the y-axis is known as your y-intercept. So number 46, the equation of the line that crosses the vertical axis at the point 0, 5, that has a gradient of 4. First off, y is equal to mx plus c. It's a gradient, so that's y is equals to 4x plus your y. We said that the vertical axis is your y-intercept, and c is also known as your y-intercept, so that is 5. So the answer for this is 4y is equals to 4x plus 5. Again, m is your gradient, c is your y-intercept. Right, and your vertical, if it crosses the vertical axis, it crosses the y-axis at 5. So your answer is 4x plus 5 is C. Next to number 47. Which of the graph represents a linear function? Not C and not D. For sure, for sure, for sure. Right? I would say E. Right, so again, number 47 is E. We said 46 was C. Number 48. Item 48 refers to the following graph of a quadratic function. Right? When it's curved like that, it's a quadratic function. The equation of the axis of symmetry for the function is the axis of symmetry is basically where you would draw a line to have two coherent paths, right? When you would draw a line, you would draw a line coming straight down here, where x is equal to 2. So the answer is D. X is equal to 2. Right, number 49. The line L is perpendicular to the line this. What is the gradient of line L? Please know that perpendicular lines mean that they meet at 90 degrees. That means the gradient of M1 multiplied by the gradient of M2 is equals to -1. This is what you have to remember, right? From here, you can see that your gradient is 3 over 7. Remember, I said that the equation of the line is always y is equals to mx plus c. The coefficient of x is your gradient, which is m, right? So that's 3 over 7. 3 over 7 multiplied by what would give you -1? You carry this across. If you carry that across, it'll turn to divide. So the box is equals to -1 divided by 3 over 7, which is equals to -1, 7, 3. So that is -7 over 3, which is A. So number 49, the answer is A. 50. If g of x is equal to that one is g of -6, right? G of x, they told you that the function g of x is equals to 7x minus 3 over 5. So when they said g of -6, they just they're telling you to map on when x is equals to -6, what is your value, right? G of -6 would be 7 multiplied by -6 minus 3 over 5. 7 sixes are minus 42. 42 minus 3 all over 5, that is minus 45 over 5. That is 5 going to 45, 9, a minus and a plus and a minus, so that's -9. So the answer is A for 50. All right, let's go 51. The diagram in which shows the function 2 to 5, 5 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14. Which of the following best describes the function? What's the difference between 2 and 5 is 3, 5 and 8 is 3, 8 and 11 is 3. So that means x plus 3 is equal to y, right? You're just finding the relationship between this. What do you have to do to x to make y? You have to add 3, right? So therefore, we can say that y is equals to x plus 3. So that is 51 is B. Right, let's look at 52. The range of f of x is x cubed for this domain is. So that basically telling you, if you know anything, there's range and then, sorry, there's domain and there's range. Right, your domain is usually x values and your range is your y values, or the answer that you get for your function. I'm telling you that this is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So therefore your range, to go into your range, you have to apply this formula x cubed. Right? So the answer is, that's -2 to the power 3 is -8. -1 to the power 3 is -1. Then this is 0. 1, that's 1. That is 8. So you're looking for this -8 minus 0, 1, 8. That is D. So your answer for this question is D. Right? So 52, the answer is D. 53, let's look at this immediately. You can know that as a reflection, right? But let's look at it. Item 53 refers to the following diagram of a transformation. What transformation maps PQR onto object PQR maps onto image PQR. That is, we can see that it is a reflection, right? So reflection is B. So 53, the answer is B. Let's look at 54, that would be on this side. 54, they said, in which of the following polygons does the sum of the interior angles equals to the sum of x? Right, this is the sum of the interior is equal to the sum of exterior is in fact a quadrilateral, which is D. Right, so 54 is D. 55 refers to the following diagram, which shows y is equals to minus x. Which of the image of y is equal to when rotated and anti-clockwise? So anti-clockwise is this direction, right? Throughout the 90 degrees. That means that 1, and then it will be somewhere here. So now the line is going up here. And that is not equal, y is not equals to 0, right? It's going backwards. It's not going forward. So when x is equals to 0, no, line from this line to this line here is 45. Y is equals to minus x. No, it is not coming back to this position. So the answer would be D if you do not know what that line is, right? So the answer is D. All right, let's look at number 56. Number 56 refers to the, let's go zoom out, refers to the following diagram, which shows a translation of A onto image ABC. Which of the following translation, which in the diagram, the translation by which ABC is mapped onto image ABC is represented by? Now, when you see this, the value on top is how much is this displaced on your along your x-axis, and the one underneath is how much is displaced along your y-axis. So what you're going to do, this is your object and this here is your image. So you're going to take 1 point and see how much. So we're going up to here, right? So that's 1, 2, 3. So it increases along your y-axis by 3. So you're looking for all of them as positive 3. So it's either A or D. Then it goes backwards. It does not go to more to your positive side. It's going backwards. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know, because of that that triangle is going backwards along your x-axis is -5. So it's either A, B, or C, right? But then we also know that, not D, A, B, A or B. Then we also know now that it's going to a positive direction in your y-axis, so it's +3. So therefore the answer is A. Let's look at 57. 57 refers to a right angle triangle ABC. In that triangle, angle BAC, that's angle A, is 30, and AB, why don't I have that? AB is 40. That is your hypotenuse. How do I know that's your hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the side that is opposite your 90 degrees angle, right? So they're telling you that your hypotenuse is equals to 40. Your angle theta is equal to 40. And you want to find AC, which is your adjacent hypotenuse, right? That's your adjacent. So the accent for the adjacent. So we know it has so, ka, and toa. We are not doing anything with the opposite, so it's not this and this, right? It has cosine. So it's cos 30 is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is 40. You want to make adjacent the subject, so you can divide. The opposite of divide is multiply, so it's 40 cos 30. And what is that? That is C. So the answer for 57 is C. Let's look at 58. OA image A, OB image B, OC image C are straight lines, right? ABC is mapped onto image ABC by an enlargement with a center O. What is a scale factor? Scale factor is your image divided by your object. Any length of your image. So let's say we're taking CB. CB in your image is 2 units and your object is 1 unit. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So the scale factor is 2, which is C. So 58 is C. Let's look at 59. A plane is flying in a direction of 45 degrees and changes in a clockwise direction to 135. The angle through which the plane turns is in a direction of 45 and changes in a clockwise direction. So the answer for this would be, if it is flying in a 45 degrees and in a clockwise direction, it turns to 135. It would be 135 minus 45, which is equals to 90 degrees. So the answer for 59 is D. All right, let's look at 60. If the triangle P formed by the two equal sides of is an isosceles triangle, right? So we have isosceles triangle here. Right. If the triangle P is formed by two by the two equal sides of, so this is P here, P, Q, R, and P is equals to X, right? Now, a triangle is 180 degrees, right? And if it is isosceles, that means this angle, let's call this Y, is also equal to this angle, Y. So we can say that Q and R are equal. So if they will say, what is the size of Q and R? It would be, it can't be A and it cannot be B. We don't even know what X is. So it will be 180 minus X, all divided by 2. Why did I divide by 2? Because these two sides are equal. So the answer for number 60 is C. And that is how you would do. That is the end of June 2023, paper 1.